Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. This is Stacy Kruzik from the Zebra Developer Relations team, and welcome to today's Dev Talk. We're at about 9:58 a.m. U.S. time, Chicago time. So we're going to give it a couple more minutes and wait for people to jump on, and then we will be underway with our Dev Talk. So just give it a moment or two. Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's 10 a.m. and I see that we only have a few attendees, so we're just going to give it another few moments. We seem to be having some technical difficulties with this platform, so please be patient with us for a moment or two. Okay, I'm sorry, there seem to be some technical difficulties today, so if you're having any issues, please put something in the question box and I will try and address it. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start the Dev Talk so we can record this for anyone who may miss it in the future and for you for reference. Just a couple of notes here today, housekeeping rules. We generally take all of our questions at the end of the session. So we would appreciate if you would just type your questions down in the question box, and then we'll go ahead and address those at the end of the presentation. A couple of other things too, if you haven't already joined our Zebra developer community, please feel free to do so. You can go to that link down there, that developer.zebra.com. You can obtain all the information on the webinar there, as well as a plethora of information for all Zebra developers, all things. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to email us at developer@zebra.com, and we can address that as well. If there's any other questions, again, please put those in the question box, and we'll go ahead and let this get underway and see what we can do to address any technical issues. If at any time you cannot hear, please just address those in the question box, and I will address those. And with that, I'm turning it over to Manuel. Manuel, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay,
So
great.
hi, Stacy. How are you doing?
Great, thank you. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. So hi everybody. So today we want to talk about how we are optimizing our LinQuest Multiplatform SDKs. So I'm gonna talk about a little about my role. So I work for the ISV team in the printing organization. My role is basically support our ISV developers to integrate the hardware with our software, our hardware and software with your applications. So today we wanna cover the next agenda. So we wanna get a little introduction to the APIs SDKs just to see how the important are now. Why we wanna go through this presentation through optimization, and we wanna review LinQuest SDK as a case study. That then we will have some few minutes if you have some questions, and hopefully we can answer them. Otherwise, we wanna answer those in another day or through emails. Okay, let's start it quickly. So why are the SDKs and APIs the new treasure today? So basically, we have been working with SDKs and APIs or with the software during the last 60 years. We can just review those movies from Apollo where they start to use the IBM machines with Fortran and so on. Then that time to now, it's almost 60, 70 years. And why now we are going to see the kind of value that our APIs are getting through the market. So 60 years of evolution in the software. Now we have, and it's just you can see as artificial intelligence or machine learning, that is no new concept, but now having been an explosion of all of the combination, because now you can have data with them and you can provide those APIs and monetize the data. Some studies, the one that I'm referring here, is basically based on companies from the financial industry who are sharing their APIs because they saw a lot of value for third parties who are using those APIs to make money. So, and the same way, many companies now are going in the same way. Sivira is doing similar things with Savannah platform, and also with our data services. But here we want to talk about specifically about the SDKs and APIs that refers to our printings uh, um, development tools. So when we talk about SDKs, we are talking about toolbox. So it's just no APIs. So we are talking about many different development tools. So including software package, frameworks, also best practices, IDEs, plugin, etc., etc., etc. But in particular, we want to talk about today about the multi-platform SDK. But in addition to that, we offer several tools like Cloud Connect, Browser Print, PrintConnect, Network Connect, Car Studio 2.0, and then another that talks this year, so to 2020, we will be presenting those in additional with more detail. Now, as enterprise software developer, that's basically the reason why you are here. We have a different ways to interact with you. So there are two different ways that you can interact with us. So what is basically the idea? So we are trying to improve the developer experience that you have with our printers. Basically, that's the reason why we developed those SDKs, and we have a very experienced team developer team who normally are working every day doing this kind of process. On the left, you can see this is a engineering process for software development. So go into planning, analysis, design, implementation, and go on. So, and at the end, the products, the SDKs, the ones that you can download from our website. And normally when you do that, or when you use those SDKs, you will have a very easy integration. You save money, you save time. And but sometimes, and we understand that, there are some use cases that are not covered with the SDK. So in those particular cases, you come through us, through our customization team, and we take those requests. Obviously, you had to pay a fee for those particular use cases that are not covered with our SDK. But at the end, after the engineering process, we include those into our next releases too. So at the end, we are doing a on-cycle process to optimize the APIs and the development tools. Now, there is another way that you can work. Basically, you can you don't wanna use our SDK, so you can go on your own, develop the own libraries, but that means a lot of time and a lot of money that you have to invest in your own. So our recommendation is go with our SDK. Try to use our SDK. If you don't have what you need, you have different ways to report that. So one of the best place to go first is go through the developer forum that we have on the link that Stacy provided at the beginning. Put your questions, put the needs that you have. Otherwise, if it's something more urgent, we have a dedicated team that can cover those questions. And also, you can use our our channel for technical support to report specific needs that you may have. Okay, why optimization? Again, we have been maturing the software techniques, the software knowledge, and now we have a software engineering. So that particular kind of thing allow us as experts in our technology to find different level of optimization for our SDK. So we can talk about technology adoption and harmonization, complexity absorption, architecture and logical implementation, customer base and support. And I'm gonna go quick through all of those different categorizations to explain and to highlight those particular kind of optimization that we have done with our SDK to allow you to do a better job and in a faster way.